Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. In today's video, we have a bunch of stuff actually dropping in the game, free things, and then some paid things as well. This is all part of the 13th Plarium anniversary, the anniversary of their company, which is sort of celebrating trying to keep more players than Diablo Immortal, basically. It's my cynical take, but there you go. So we're going to be checking out this stuff here today. Now, the first thing that is coming in, and they are saying that there's going to be stuff running all the way from now until the 14th of June. So there could be more things coming. Stay tuned for that. We have a promo code here on day one. I'll obviously let you guys know if there's any more on later days. So the promo code is 13 years Plarium. We click confirm, and there we go. We're going to get some stuff. It'll pop up in your inbox, last for 6 days. The code will expire on the 14th of June, and you can only use it one time, obviously. So you could potentially actually delay putting in this code until whatever the next fusion comes out. I'm expecting the next fusion to begin next week, most likely. No news on that yet, but probably we'll hear about it either today or tomorrow, most likely, but we'll see. So you could potentially save it until then. You're going to get 30 brews. You're going to get a 3-day XP boost, 100 energy. It's really small. And then you're going to get 350 chunks of multi-battles. Obviously, if you don't use these up in a day, they just expire. They go away. So just claim them one by one when you're actually going to use them. So for example, you could sync it up with like... not the news tab, with like a daily login reward or something like that, right? So for me, I get 300 energy when I log in tomorrow. I could grab the multi-battles then and use it to blow through that energy, or just help to go through the fusion whenever that comes out. That sort of thing. It's up to you. You know how much energy you have, what you need to blow through. So yeah, I mean, look, it's a bunch of free stuff. It's quite small, really. It's quite small, but it's nice. It's a nice little bit of bonus. The 100 energy maybe feels a little bit scant. But, I mean, that's way more than you could possibly... You need way more energy for the multi-battles than that, but it's something. So, there you go. Now, in terms of the paid stuff, first of all, let's look at this. The Forge Pass. The Forge Pass is back Season 2. It has just launched. I have to say, guys, like... My goodness, the first video I did on the Forge Pass was probably the least favorite video I ever did on the channel. It was genuinely horrible. It was genuinely horrible, the response I got from the community. So I'm a bit nervous about even talking about it today. Like in that video, I basically put all this stuff, all the stuff you can potentially get. I put some of it into an offer calculator, which sort of calculates the value of things compared to the usual shop prices and whether it's good value or not. I put in some of the bits and gave you guys the info, and it turned out to be a reasonable enough deal. And I thought that initial impressions, it looked pretty good. And guess how many comments? Guess how many comments I got that said, nubkeks. Oh, thank you for putting together that offer calculator and putting in that info. I can see how much each item was valued. I disagree with this one, or I agree with this one. This would be the value I would give to it. Yeah, then I draw this conclusion, and here we go. We've had a nice conversation, and we're both better for it. 0 comments saying anything like that, actually responding to the stuff I said. Guess how many comments I got saying, fuck you, you're a sellout, you're a shill, you're a piece of shit, I'm unsubscribing, you hate the community, you know, you're just supporting Plarium, you hate the consumer. Yeah, more than 0. Yeah, so that was great fun, really enjoyable, so much fun. So yeah, so it's sort of my new it's the new Nub Raids here, is that, I mean, what could be more anti-consumer than providing the consumer with just honest analysis so that you can be informed and make your own decision. Nothing more anti-consumer than that. So I'm tempted to almost not tell you anything useful here in today's video, but I will, because I'm just evil. Apparently, I'm just evil. I'm a bad person. So please forgive me for telling you what I think this is actually worth so that you can make your decision. I know. Criminal. Villain. There you go. Whew, boy. Whew, boy. Yeah. I don't know. I'm half tempted to listen to the comments. I'm actually thinking maybe to stop covering Raid Shadow Legends and maybe just full-time cover like the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial. I think just, you know, really good quality intellectual content, you know. Anyway, let's look at this. So the Forge Pass, is it any good? It does seem to me, I'm 90 to 90, probably 95% sure that this is exactly the same as the first season of the Forge Pass. I haven't obviously broken it down and analyzed everything, and like the weekly challenges, we still can't see them. But from what I can remember, everything looks to be exactly the same. It looks to be exactly the same, including, this is the bit that's funny to me. I'm actually going to say it because now I'm part of the content creator program. I'm going to say it to Banana Jam and see if we can maybe get this changed. But like, you see, you get in the paid pass, you get 20 attack charms, and then in the free pass, you get 3. You get 20 defense, and then you get 3. You get 20 speed charms, then you get 3 for free. The weird thing is you got crit damage, 20 crit damage, and 3 crit damage for free. Then you get 20 crit rate, but 3 crit damage for free. So this is what makes me pretty confident this is a carbon copy. I'm pretty sure this is a typo when they're inputting the rewards and they just never noticed. So I'll see if I can get this changed. It should be 3 crit rate. Crit rate charms are obviously much better than crit damage charms. Is it a sneaky trick by them? I would have thought maybe so, but the fact they give you speed charms, which are by far the best charm, by far, makes me think that it is definitely just a type. I mean, they both start with crit, probably just someone inputting the code and it auto-filled or something, and they put in the wrong thing. Or they just, brain farted, put in the wrong thing. But yeah, like I said, pretty sure it's a carbon copy. So the stuff that you get from this, the free rewards are pretty terrible. Like, there's a few little bonuses here, like the 3 speed charms and stuff are nice, but there's really nothing too exciting for the free stuff. Now, to pay for it, it costs you $20. You can buy it for $40, but you can't even get to level 50. No, that's obviously a joke. So I couldn't help memeing. When this came out the first time, I was spammed. I live streamed that day, and I was spammed by people saying, nubkeks, a big trick. You can't get to level 50. You can't max out the pass. Even if you, I think they were saying, even if you pay, you can't max out the pass. You have to buy extra levels. Obviously, that's not true. I did buy the pass last time. You can max it out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, right? So you max out in 2 weeks. Highly recommend you don't buy the extra levels, actually. You really get very little value. You will get the stuff sooner, which doesn't really matter, apart from you'll get the XP boost stuff sooner. So basically, the boost stacks up. You get 10% the first day, and then you'll max it out after 2 weeks, right? These 10% boosts, and they do stack. You'll get up to 50%. Now, the way that this works, you do get 50% more silver from all battles, which is nifty. The 50% bonus XP, it doesn't get increased by the double XP here. So, right, at the moment, I'm getting 200% XP from everything because I got the XP boost. So it's not going to up that to 300%. It's not going to multiply it the Forge Pass. It's going to add it. It's additive. So instead of 200%, I get 250% XP. This is it's actually pretty decent. It's pretty okay. You can watch my Nightmare Campaign Farmer video I did maybe about a week and a half ago. But for example, you can take a 1-star food from level 1 to level 10 in one run of a Nightmare campaign, which is very handy. So it's quite useful for that sort of thing. It's going to be helpful for doing fusions and champion training and stuff like that. It's not game changing. It's definitely not essential, but it is kind of a nice little bonus that does add up if you're going to be playing a lot and you're going to be grinding a lot, especially campaign. It's going to be pretty good. It's decent. It's not bad at all. I think it's very similar. I can't show it to you. Yeah, but you can get because I'm on PC, but you can get the raid card, which I think is 20%. I think it's a tenner a month, I think. And I think that gives you 20% XP in silver. And I think the XP from that basically works out to be similar to Forge Pass. Now, those do stack. I'm not sure how good that is. I don't buy the raid card, as you can see. So I don't know how well they stack, but I think it'd probably be pretty nice as well. But yeah, so it gives you a similar amount of bonus XP as that does. So like I said, it's not terrible, but you'll only get the full benefit even if you buy the thing. Well, you don't get any of the bonus if you don't buy it. And if you do buy it, you'll get like 2 weeks at maximum bonus. And like these lower bonuses, like 10% more for the first week is really not going to make much difference to your account. It's really when you get up to the 50% that it gets good, which is you get 2 weeks value out of it. All these charms, right, just generally speaking, good chunk of silver in here. The charms, I think, are actually really good. Charms are great. Very good value. The Chaos Ore is nice. It's obviously random, but it's quite useful to reroll like reaction accessories, relentless pieces of gear, really limited gear sets that you can only get from winning tournaments and Clan v Clan tournaments. It's good for that stuff. So when you put all this stuff together, I think it's actually pretty decent value, right? It's pretty decent value. The speed glyphs are quite nice, all that stuff. The charms are particularly good. So for €20, compared to the stuff that they usually sell in the shop, compared to the stuff that I could just go in and buy right now if I wanted to, which I don't, compared to like the gear sets and stuff they typically sell, like it's really good compared to that. compared to buying other games, like you buy V Rising for €20. I played that recently. It's a lot of fun, especially if you're playing with friends. I think V Rising is really good. Or, you know, you could always give it to charity, help save children from malaria. How's it compared to that? Probably pretty bad value, you know, but there you are. Compared to other stuff in the shop, I think it's actually just by default a pretty good pack. Now, in terms of the actual gear set in particular, in terms of the gear set, Instinct gear, is that any good? I actually did a whole video where I forged all of my pieces. I did 150 with no charms, and then I did 50 with charms. So you can see exactly what I got out of it. Now, for an early player, if you start out in the game right now, you're like a month or two in, I actually think that this is excellent. You can forge 200 pieces of 5 to 6 star gear for Instinct. 5 to 6 star gear. You'll get a bunch of charms with it to forge it up if you want to. I'll tell you when you should use them and when you should not use them on Instinct. So for an early player, it's great. It's really, really good. You know, 12% speed, ignoring 15% of enemy defense. You throw that on your starter champion. You throw that on Deliana, potentially. And it's going to be a really good set. 5 to 6 star gear is hard to come by, obviously, when you start the game. So it's really going to kickstart your account in a big way. That's pretty huge. I would also say, as a brand new player, it is going to be worth using your charms. Charms drastically increase the quality of the stuff you get. So I would actually throw the 33 speed charms and the, 30 crit rate charms in with any rank and rarity charms that you get. And I think that's going to give you pretty good return when you first start out the game. Now, the point where you stop using charms on Instinct actually comes relatively early on. And I've been thinking about this. It's when you start getting 5 to 6 star perception gear. So you get that from Faction Wars, right? You get it from Faction Wars. As soon as you can start earning this stuff, perception gear is just straight up better. And as you guys know from my videos, I consider it to be pretty much the best set in the game, just in terms of the amount that you get and its usefulness. You should invest your charms into 5 to 6 star perception gear instead of Instinct. So that's the point where you swap. You need to get pretty, well, not pretty far, but you need to get somewhere into Faction Wars. Unfortunately, I didn't use my keys. Good. So you can start dropping legendary materials at stage 13 of Faction Wars is when you can start getting there. Like if you start with Elhain and now you've got Deliana, you pull an Apothecary, something like that, you'll be able to get to here in High Elves reasonably quickly, but it might take you like 2 or 3 months at least. When you start getting these, it's probably going to be better to save for perception. But before that, for that initial start, forging up this Instinct gear is really going to kickstart your account in a big way. Now, for a later game player, I really don't think that it's much good at all. And like I said, I wouldn't be putting charms into it once you can put the charms into perception instead. So you're not going to get that many good pieces out of this. Again, you can see my video to see what I got, but it's not going to be that good. The set itself for late game is not that good. Like I said, perception really outshines it. The one place I thought this would be really good was in Hydra for your Hydra nukers, but we just had the Hydra nerf, which is nerf the defense and the HP of the Hydra heads, and also made Decay vulnerable to provoke and other stuff like that. So in a big way, like those endgame nukers for Hydra, we're looking at Royal Guard and Husk. And actually right now, I think that Instinct is not as good as Perception, which is another big thing. I think Perception for Hydra nukers is now much better because with Husk, he can land Provokes on Decay. With Royal Guard, he can land Speed, decrease Speed on Head of Mischief, all that sort of thing, which is very, very useful. Actually, it's really good. So I would be more inclined to build those champions in Perception than Instinct at late game. So for late game, it's really not that good. You get some nice offset pieces. I got a few decent pieces, but it's going to be hard to build a good set that's worthwhile. So that'd be my thoughts on Instinct. So yeah, overall, sorry, I'm talking way too long. Overall, for the money that you pay, the Forge Pass is actually pretty good. And if you're early game, it's very good. So I would say my recommendation, if you are a new player and you say to me, Nubkeks, I've been playing the game for about a month. I'm really enjoying the game. I want to spend 60 quid on the game, right? The price I pay for like a full AAA title or something. I'm really, really enjoying it. That's how much I want to pay for like this 6 months period, let's say. What should I spend it on? I would say I would buy the Forge Pass once, and then I'd spend the other 40 quid on the daily gem pack. That's what I buy, is the daily gem. I'm not a big spender. I mean, look at this. My mini mix pack is $3, right? I'm not a big spender, but I do buy the daily gem pack. I think that's really good value. It's like a tenner a month, isn't it? For a bunch of gems. So I'd buy like 4 daily gem packs over 4 months, and I buy the Forge Pass once. That's 60 quid. Over 6 months, that's a tenner a month. I think that's pretty reasonable. Like that's a reasonable amount to spend over 6 months. And yeah, I think that'd be a good, pretty much the best way you could spend it as a brand new player. I think you'll get a ton of value from this. If you're late game, it's up to you. I mean, you're basically buying charms and some gear and stuff like that, which isn't the most exciting stuff at all for some people. For me, I actually am really excited by like the speed charms and the rank and rarity charms and stuff like this. Like for me, it's a decent pack, but I probably won't buy it this season. I will say I'm kind of disappointed that it's a copy and paste. I really thought the smart thing to do would be we'd buy it once for the novelty, which I did. And then the second time they'd make it better. So you'd buy it the first time because it's new. You'd buy it the second time because they made it really good. And then the third time comes around. And then at that point, you built the habit, right? You bought it twice. You go, oh man, if I don't get the Forge Pass a third time, I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to miss the rewards. So then you keep buying it. They haven't gone with that though. It's the exact same. So for me, it's a bit disappointing. The Instinct set is now not as good for me as it would have been a month ago. So I'm really not sold on that. And like, while the stuff is nice, like I said, for me personally, I'm not a spender. I'm not a spender, really. I spend a small amount of money in this game. 20 quid for me is a lot, so I don't think I'm going to get it this time around, most likely, even though it is, I think, good value. Also, I will say that the challenges and stuff, I wish they would change these. The challenges are just really dull and boring. It'd be more fun if these were like Forge specific. And yeah, I would actually like if they alternated like a Forge Pass and then a Battle Pass, you know, month at a time, bounce back and forth between the two. But anyway, that is the Forge Pass. The final thing to talk about then, Celebration Pack. I believe this is only on Plarium Play, so you can only get it through their PC app. The PC app's really good, actually. The game runs great. It's very well optimized. It's one of the best things about the game, actually. I know that Diablo Immortal, which is coming out tomorrow, I'm going to be doing some stuff on that, maybe in my other channel. I'll let you guys know anyway what I do with it. But I think that's going to have a PC app as well, which for me is a big deal. Like, I don't like mobile-only games. I want a game that plays on PC and mobile. Their app's really good. This pack, $20, 7 Ancients, 2 Voids. Excuse me, I got hiccups, my goodness. A rank 5 chicken, 1.3 million silver, 11 refills, 8 times 20 multi-battles, 45 brews, 4 4-star chickens. This is a decent pack in terms of value, so I put it into the calculator. We'll see. Again, please, I beg of you, you can absolutely disagree with some of this stuff. This is Chosen's calculator. I think it's a pretty good way to compare the value of stuff compared to other things they sell in the game. When we put in the stuff, he values it at he thinks it's actually just about an excellent pack, and that he would buy it for $22.90. They're selling it for $19.99. So, you know, it's a couple of euro lower than being a good deal. So it's a pretty good deal. So it's a decent pack. It's a decent pack. It's certainly not the best pack. The packs they had last month were way better for their anniversary of the game. They were much better packs. But this pack, it's pretty decent. It's okay. I'm not going to buy it, but it's all right. It's all right. Again, feel free, obviously, to take this calculator. Feel free to use a different offer calculator. Put in the info yourself. I mean, you might come in here and say, I don't count this 225. These XP brews are no use to me. I'm not going to count them. Or I don't value 4-star chickens. Like, he's putting in $9 of value for 4-star chickens. You might say that's no good to me. I'm putting that in as 0. So tweak it the way you want yourself, and you'll get, you know, what a good price for it would be for you. So, like, I mean, if you come in here and we say, like, no chickens, and we say no brews, it goes down to 2.3 value. So he'd buy it for $18.40, which is, you know, it's charging more than that. So, look, it's up to you. You can do it. Sorry for being an evil villain and trying to inform you. I'm such a corporate shill. I'm a sellout. Anti-consumer, trying to inform the consumer. Pure evil. Yeah, guys, there you go. There you go. So, yeah, we'll see what other stuff comes. So, yeah, some stuff today. Most of it, I'd say, is not super exciting. Like the Forge Pass is, I think, you know, it's a bit disappointing that it wasn't improved. The promo code, it's a small thing. The shop offer is good, but not mind-blowing. So I think the stuff so far is okay, but not amazing. And by the way, I will throw this out. Obviously, there's going to be 2 weeks of this stuff. So we'll see. There could be amazing stuff coming. No idea. No, maybe there's crap coming. Maybe there's amazing stuff coming. I don't know. But I will say this Tag Arena tournament is just a bog standard Tag Arena tournament. Okay? It's bog standard. It's just a different picture. So I'm not having too high expectations for the stuff here, but we'll see. We'll see. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.